If a house could steal decades from your life in a single night, would you dare step inside? The farmhouse sits alone in the middle of an empty stretch of land. No neighbors, no official access road, and no documentation that it was ever built. Locals say it just appeared, sometime in the early 1900s, already looking old and worn, like it had existed for centuries before anyone noticed it. Windows clouded with dust. Wood swollen from humidity. A structure that feels abandoned, yet never fully dead. The villagers nearby call it the Year Eater. The first known incident happened in 1991. Two hikers, caught in a violent storm, saw the silhouette of the house and rushed toward it for shelter. They entered at roughly 10 p.m., healthy, strong men in their late 20s. At sunrise they stumbled out, trembling and unrecognizable. The storm had passed, but the men looked decades older. Their hair had gone gray overnight. Wrinkles carved deep into their faces. Their posture slumped as if gravity had suddenly doubled. One collapsed immediately. The other whispered, "We weren't asleep. Something held us." Doctors were baffled. Telomeres shortened. Bones brittle. Organs aged. Skin elasticity gone. But brain scans showed something stranger. A cluster of hyperactive signals in regions tied to memory formation, as if they had experienced decades of life compressed into a single night. Both men insisted they closed their eyes for only 3 hours. Their story spread in whispers. Most dismissed it as a bizarre medical anomaly. A hoax. Chemicals in the wood. Something rational. But rational explanations died when a second case surfaced, this time in broad daylight. A teenage girl dared her friends to step inside. She stayed for 1 hour. When she came out, she looked middle-aged. Her parents didn't recognize her until a DNA test confirmed the truth. After that, the phenomenon couldn't be ignored anymore. Universities, private labs, and covert agencies deployed investigative teams. They placed radiation meters, magnetic sensors, thermal cameras, and atomic clocks around the perimeter. None survived the night. Some devices melted internally. Others recorded impossible fluctuations. A few simply erased themselves, returning no data at all, as if time inside the house overwrote them. GPS units spun in circles. Compasses rotated endlessly. Even sound recorders picked up faint whispers, layered and delayed, as though the house was speaking in multiple timelines at once. The lead investigator wrote in her notes, "This house is not in one time. It is feeding from several." Eventually, a volunteer stepped inside, a 34-year-old researcher. He wore biometric sensors, cameras, and a live-feed audio system. Everything cut out the instant he crossed the threshold, except the body cam. It captured something horrific. At first, he looked normal, pacing slowly through the entryway. But within 20 seconds, his face loosened. His jawline softened. His hair thinned. In less than a minute, he looked 10 to 12 years older. His breathing changed. His voice shifted pitch. He kept whispering, "It feels heavy in here. Like the air is leaning on me." At the 90-second mark, he froze and stared toward a dark hallway, a hallway that did not exist on the house's exterior blueprint. Whispering filled the audio feed, overlapping voices speaking in different tones, but all saying the same phrase, "Stay." The researcher fell to his knees. By the time the team dragged him out, he appeared to be in his 70s. He died hours later of organ collapse. His autopsy revealed the most terrifying clue yet: microscopic aging patterns identical to someone who had lived a long, distressing life. His fingers were arthritic. His eyes had clouded. His brain showed plaque buildup consistent with advanced dementia. But emotionally, he still felt 34. He remembered the house. He remembered the whispers. And he remembered seeing a figure standing behind one of the doors, something pale, thin, and impossibly tall, watching him. After the researcher's death, the investigation was shut down. Officials declared the house structurally unsafe and sealed the area. But that didn't stop thrill seekers from approaching. Some returned aged. Some didn't return at all. Some came back, but seemed empty, like their personalities had thinned out. Then something even more disturbing appeared: satellite images. Year after year, high-resolution aerial photos showed the house changing shape. The length of the building expanded and contracted. The roof shifted angles. Windows moved. Entire sections appeared and disappeared as if the house was rearranging its internal structure. not just physically but temporally. One drone captured 14 seconds of footage before its feed scrambled. In those seconds, it revealed a hallway stretching far deeper than the house's external walls should allow. Dozens of doors, all slightly open, all perfectly aligned, all leading into darkness. At the end of the hall, a silhouette stood motionless. When experts enhanced the frame, they found something chilling. The silhouette resembled a human but elongated, distorted, like a person stretched across time, existing in several ages at once. Since then, no one has dared enter. But hikers occasionally report seeing shadows move behind the windows, even though no one has been inside for years. Some swear they hear knocking from the inside. Others claim the house has begun to tilt toward the road, as if gradually inviting someone new to enter. The house still stands, still aging, still feeding. And some researchers now believe it might not just age you, it might use you, taking your years, your memories, your timeline, adding them to itself like fuel. It doesn't want to kill you, it wants to keep you, piece by piece, year by year. A living structure that survives not on food, but on time. If this story unsettled you, hit like and subscribe, and stay with us as we uncover the mysteries that refuse to let go.